What's up? How are you guys tonight? How has your days been? I don't think it was that sunny earlier, but I was so busy I didn't even check if I was able to catch some sun. I mean, we're getting towards the middle of August now, so the days of UVB are numbered. That is, if they're not spraying stuff in the sky and if it's not raining. And I mean, it's supposed to rain the rest of this week, and it looks like pretty much every single day that it's been decent outside, they've sprayed something in the air that blocks the UVB. So I think this summer might be the worst summer for vitamin D ever. Frankie was powdering his nose with. He's flexing in the mirror. I was actually looking at I was trying to find a full-size mirror on Craigslist because I need to put a mirror in my garage gym downstairs so I can see if I'm parallel with some of the fly and the cable movements, especially the lateral raises. He should do the let me ask me anything on the original channel. Yeah, but the live streams were like clogging up the videos, and I think it was messing with the algorithm too. So we kind of had to make the new channel for the live streams. He's getting breakouts. I've been breaking out. I had to test a few different powders for my company, which made me break out really badly. And then I didn't get some sleep and I wasn't staying hydrated. So I did have some pretty bad acne the past week or two. I have to work in 4 hours. Sad face. It depends on what you're doing. If you don't look forward to it, you have to try to stay positive. With your excellent blood results, when do you plan on introducing some fruit to your diet? I'm not really that much of a fan of fruit. I do have some stuff I do plan on introducing that I'm also going to tell you guys when I have a product that lines up with it. Just made homemade meatloaf. I ate it after training legs and arms. I feel that carnivore meatloaf recipe we made, it was more of like a pate. Do you wash your face with African black soap? Sometimes in the shower I do. The Tufano Streamlab link goes to a useless page. Well, that's an issue. Let me see what's going on. So what, when you guys click the Streamlabs link, it's not working? Wash your face with African black soap. So I haven't been watching the news lately. Not enough tipping data. I don't know. It should be streamlabs.com/Frank Tufano. Let me see what the link is supposed to be. Though you weren't showing up. Yeah, I was a little bit late today because I was finishing my workout and I was thinking about filming. I have to film 2 more videos today, so I was thinking about I wanted to film the video before, but it didn't end up happening. Yeah, I mean, streamlabs.com/Frank Tufano. That should be the right donation link. I don't know why it's not working. Costco sells candy flavored grapes. They do taste like candy. What do you think about grapes getting modified like that? I saw those grapes. They're called cotton candy grapes, and my sister loves them. And they're actually organic too. I mean, they're probably not good for you, but they're definitely better than eating cotton candy. Once you return from your vacation, you'll be a Greek god. We'll see how it goes. Hope you had a good day. I've been really stressed trying to I've been trying to film 3 or 4 videos a day so that I could take a break, but it's proving to not be worth it. What's weird though is I feel like when I film more than 1 video in a row, I feel like they're not as good quality, but in reality they're the same. They don't taste like cotton candy to me. I mean, they taste really sweet, and some of them. The thing about grapes is each grape tastes different. So some of them taste really sweet, some taste like cotton candy, and some don't, I would assume. I mean, yeah, wearing a mask that is dirty is one of the main causes of acne is using a cloth or like a bed sheet or a pillow that was dirt that you slept on previously or that you keep wearing over and over again. After you wear something more than like 2 or 3 times, or use something more, or sleep on something more than 2 or 3 times, you probably want to clean it. Otherwise, you can break out. Does the dairy whey protein you sell break you out? I have dairy issues and acne as well. I have to try it more. I'm assuming it does. Do you ever wash African black soap with your face? Better results from magnesium oil compared to oral magnesium glycinate form? Well, that shouldn't be the case because transdermal magnesium absorption isn't that high. Can dogs get diseases from lampreys that humans can't? No, you can't transfer from species to species. I bet Frank isn't really going on vacation. He's going to set up Frankie's free range meat in Europe. That's not the case, unfortunately. I should have tied my hair back. How did you get into bodybuilding in the first place? When did you start? I started when I was a teenager. I was into I forgot how I got into it initially. I just wanted to lift weights, and then I got into bodybuilding when I was like 13, 14, 15. And I just stuck with it for a while. Is dairy inflammatory to the prostate? It might be some type of estrogen in the conventional dairy might cause prostate problems. I'm sure you could link that. Since adding fruit and honey to my animal-based diet, my thyroid labs and energy have improved immensely. It does, and it doesn't even have to do with adding the carbs. A lot of it has to do with removing excess iron and stuff. You have bushes in your arms? Oh, you guys don't like the armpit hair? Would you, how to lose 3 kg in 2 weeks without losing muscle? You're not going to lose muscle in 2 weeks. You might lose some muscle glycogen, which might make your muscles look smaller. Making a video about colostrum? I mean, probably not. I used colostrum myself. I didn't notice a benefit. I'm not really sure. I'd have to look into. A lot of people have been saying colostrum is beneficial, but I've done experiments with like colostrum straight out of the animal after a newborn calf. Keep tying your hair back and you'll look like Earthling Ed. I hope not. Can salt water clean hair like clay water does? Not really, because it doesn't smell like anything. Cooking with cast iron. I did a video on cooking utensils. I mean, I prefer like stainless steel or carbon steel over cast iron. I think it does add iron to the food. And people always, I probably should do a video on iron, explaining how people are worried about getting iron for their iron status, but it's really, you need other nutrients to mobilize and use iron. Is it better to fast or lower calories for aggressive weight loss? Consuming protein isn't, if you want to lose weight, the best way to do it is probably just consume lean protein. Come to Portugal. I'll probably overdose on omega-3 eating fish. Have you heard of brushing teeth with baking soda to whiten them? On Frankie's Naturals, we used to have baking soda in the tooth powder, but baking soda can disrupt the oral microbiome, so I decided to remove it. And I also decided to remove the baking soda from the... Since I haven't had time, let's check. Let's kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Let's check Frankie's Naturals out while we're on stream. So we have the tooth powder and the deodorant no longer have baking soda in them. They're minimal ingredients. They work really well. Minimally inflammatory. They don't disrupt the body's natural microbiome. As much as I would like to do products like everything unscented, it's, you know, you can't have an unscented deodorant or like an unscented toothpaste. That would kind of defy the purpose of the product. How do you know how much you need to eat to gain muscle and not fat? I mean, I have a pretty small digestive system, and I've always stayed very lean, so I don't really count. I just eat as much as possible. Poor cow trying to squeeze out a calf, and there's Frank gnawing on her udder. It is kind of funny. It is kind of funny to think about the colostrum from that perspective. Like, as soon as the cow gives birth, you're taking the milk for yourself. How often do you go grocery shopping for you and your family? I'll maybe go once a week for my sister's food. Sometimes twice a week because I forget things and then I need to buy stuff, or like for recipe videos. Sometimes I buy stuff for my parents, but usually no. I can't afford. I mean, I don't really want to. I can't afford to buy. Like, I would buy food for them if they ate it, but like, I'm not gonna buy their food. I'm not gonna spend money on their groceries and then they're eating pizza anyway. It's like one thing if you buy someone's groceries and they eat it and they listen to you and they adhere to like the diet to some degree, but my parents will just like not eat. Like, I'll buy them all this like high quality organic farm food and then they'll just eat other shit with it. And copper deficiency cause hair loss. I mean, just about any mineral deficiency and any vitamin deficiency or imbalance can cause issues with your hair. Another reason I've heard that humans are meant to drink milk is that if you don't milk the animal, it becomes painful for it. Well, yes, different animals have different amounts of milk they produce. So depending on how they've been bred and how they've evolved, some animals produce enough milk for one calf. Some animals produce enough milk for two calves. Some animals produce enough milk for three calves. That's why the animals look forward to getting milked. I don't have a skin routine. Drinking colostrum straight from the cow making my face will make my face symmetrical. Maybe if you did it since you were a baby. Can you play soccer? Not really. I mean, I'm pretty athletic for never playing a sport, but I'm not really that good in any sport. Like, I could probably hit like a 75, 80 mile per hour baseball, but I'm not like good. Like maybe high school level. Soccer, I'm probably middle school level. And I remove fluoride from tap water without spending tons of money. I mean, you know, if money is your concern, if money is your first concern before looking into something, then I don't really know what to tell you. You can watch my water videos and get an idea of what you should be doing. Best way to cook brains: boil or pan fry. I mean, you can oxidize the cholesterol pretty easily. I mean, if you pan fried at a low temperature, you're kind of doing the same thing as boiling. Why is the water bottle tinier? Is it a different brand? They ran out of the big bottles. They sent me the small ones instead. Too much milk. How much is too much milk? Actually, let's figure this out right now. How much milk does a calf drink per day? Calves should be fed approximately 10% of their birth weight. Would drink 4.5 quarts of milk per day. How many liters of milk does a calf drink per day? 2 liters of milk. So 2 liters is how many gallons? What, half a gallon? So 2 liters is half a gallon of milk. Even just a grass-fed cow, even just a grass-fed cow. Well, the natural beef cow produces twice as much milk as the calf needs, but the dairy cow produces about 10 times as much milk as the calf needs, and that's a grass-fed cow. If you take a grain-fed cow, it'll produce like 15 to 20 times the amount of milk the calf needs. So the modern cows we've made, the dairy cattle we've bred, they can feed 10 calves a day. Frank, you look better with a higher body fat. I think it was the chewing the gum made my face swollen. And when I sleep better, my face looks a little better too. It might be the hair too. I don't know. I think it's a combination of things. But no, when I work out and I lift weights, I get so much muscle that I stay really really lean. And the only way that I can gain weight is if I drop the muscle. So I have a lower resting metabolic rate. Do you think there will be an internet blackout soon? They've been talking about that for 6 months, and this Trump QAnon bullshit psyop is really irritating if people believe in it. Why don't you do a clay mask for the acne? Acne has to do with your gut microbiome. Doesn't have to do with what I mean. Stuff you physically put on your face can cause acne, but as long as you're wiping your face once or twice a day with a rag, you don't have to do a clay mask or any of that bullshit. What did you think about veganism and vegetarianism when you heard about it for the first time? I never really was confronted with any sort of vegan or vegetarian stuff until I started making vegan videos on my YouTube channel. The swamp just got 10 feet deeper. What would you consume to fix a copper and zinc deficiency? You'd supplement. You usually supplement copper and then consume a lot of meat. QAnons are really annoying. Most think they're part of some secret operation. More like psychological operation. Yeah. It's funny. I was trying to film, I was filming some workout videos earlier, and I noticed my my mobility on my left shoulder is fucked, probably because I used to sit down and use a mouse for a while. So I'm trying to I've been doing like a one-arm workout routine the past few days to try to fix it. Will I ever cut my hair? Maybe. I don't know. I want to, but what do you mean by acne is from the gut? Acne is usually caused by leaky gut. So you have, you know, your intestines compromised, your small intestine, and like undigested food kind of leaks through your stomach, and then your body excretes it in the thinnest part, which is the skin on your face. Do you also do wrist workouts? No. You have a daily stretching routine? No. You think you'd be able to enjoy a vegan diet if it was healthy, just taste-wise? I mean, I mean, the vegan food doesn't taste as good as animal foods. Some vegan food can taste okay, like that fried peanut butter and jelly sandwich I made was really good, but that would never be healthy. You're only supposed to cut your hair if someone close to you dies or you have a life change. What is that? What the Native Americans did? High copper foods. Well, you can consume a high copper food, but you might not be digesting the food or absorbing the copper. So if you think you have a copper deficiency, the priority is to take a supplement. Yeah, Clan O'Gallagher. I think he's doing that. I mean, he's a liar, and all those carnivores are liars. So that's what they do. They lie. They just lie and lie and lie and lie, and people believe them. They will lie. They're just like vegans. They lie to push their agenda. Carnivores will say anything to push feedlot beef, just like vegans will say anything to push not eating animal foods. Do mushrooms contain any K2? I don't know where you got that idea. Get a cheap reptile tank heater to get it up to 90 degrees. Oh, that's what you would use to make yogurt. Don't they have like yogurt makers or something? Is there any reason you don't use beef tallow products for your hair and body? I use the lip balm for my lips. I'm really disappointed on David Lade. The vegan thing caught me off guard. What caught me more off guard was that everyone believed that he was doing it genuinely. I'm surprised more people weren't calling him out. I always burp and I'm thinking about getting Betaine HCl. It's not that simple. Wouldn't it be great if small farmers can put up their food online like Grubhub does for chain companies, so that it can be cheaply delivered? I mean, we're hopefully we can do get the farm soon for Frankie's Syringe meat and start doing some of that type of stuff. Does cooking, pasteurizing food destroy the nutrient content or just make it harder for your body to digest? You should watch my video on raw versus cooked. Dave buys Amish meat, probably not vaccinated stuff. No way he's really vegan. I think he watches my videos because he talks about a lot of things I talk about, but doesn't appear to want to convey the full details to his audience. Have I eaten bugs? Maybe in my food inadvertently, but not. I don't think I've ever intentionally eaten a bug. I don't eat bugs just because of the principle of eating bugs. Do you tolerate the cheese on your website, or does it also break you out? It depends. I'm eating a lot for bodybuilding, so it's not really the type of food that makes me break out. It's the amount of food. So when I overeat with dairy, I'll break out a lot more than when I overeat without dairy. Is organic anything worth it? Well, it's better than non-organic, to say the least. It's way better than non-organic. Then the question you're asking is, all right, well, is organic okay? Well, if it's not, then what else can you eat? You going to grow everything yourself? What are you drinking? Just sparkling water. When will I fast again? I have to take a 2-day fast really soon. Fungal overgrowth tips. I'd have to give you a consultation. I can't answer that briefly. Wild caught mackerel versus wild caught sardines. Both of those taste like shit, to be honest. I'm looking at getting some Spanish fish on Frankie's Syringe meat, some decent quality stuff. So we're gonna get some tasty stuff like mussels and squid and eels. So I don't really know why people eat like canned mackerel and sardines when, like, I mean, anchovies taste pretty good. There's a lot of pretty tasty canned shellfish and seafood. I don't like I would eat whatever tastes good. But if you're talking about the fresh fish, I think herring tastes better than those. Why do you have to fast? It's mainly I need to just give my digestive system a break. What are you doing with that string? This is just an exercise band, and my postural issues were caused by like my shoulders being too forward when I was using the computer. So to fix a postural imbalance, if a muscle is stretched, you generally want to contract it. So you have to use a band to contract it. No, I mean, if I fast for 1 day, since my body fat's so low, I don't sleep like the first day. I already start, like, my body starts getting stressed when I fast for 1 day. Have you ever tried Moroccan Spanish fresh sardines? No. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say like the freshly caught fish is way better than the store stuff. I'm standing. How much copper glycinate? Would 6 milligrams a day for 3 months fix a pretty bad copper deficiency? Yeah. Face pulls will fix that. Yeah, I'm kind of lazy with the face pulls though. I try to do 2 or 3 sets of workout. Doesn't fasting throw off your digestion even more? Not if you eat like quality food before fasting. We can get some escargot or something, Kevin. Maybe we'll get some canned Spanish escargot and try it. I think I have a can of escargot in my fridge that I never ate. It's probably like 3 months old. I'm going to do a video on it. Do more cooking videos, please. I have to make a list of, I'm going to film a couple cooking videos one day this week. I got to make a list of what recipes you guys would like to see. I got to Google some recipes and look on YouTube and see what people want me to make. Can eating 5,000 calories in a day and fasting the next speed up a slow metabolism? Well, a slow metabolism it would technically be caused by just poor diet and lifestyle choices. I hit a deer yesterday. It trashed my car. The deer got away. What do you mean the deer got away? Like you were supposed to get some type of prize or compensation from the deer? Can blood work give me the status of all the nutrients in my body? No, it's usually blood levels are not. Your body tightly regulates blood levels of vitamins and minerals, so they're not accurate. I stare at the sun, and I think my eyesight is improving. What do you think of this? That might have more to do with that you're looking at something far away. Can you do the meringue by hand? Yeah, but it's a little labor intensive. Video about eating grass-fed bones? I mean, I've done a video on bone marrow before. My cat smells like the sun. So I got the idea to make a sun perfume. Yeah, the sun does have a smell. When you go out in the sun, your skin smells a certain way. Dollar is about to crash due to hyperinflation. One world currency coming soon. I mean, how sure are you about that? How is there hyperinflation? How is there hyperinflation if everyone's on unemployment and no one's working? What nutrients do you think snails are high in? If I had to guess, they're probably balanced in everything. Might be a nutritionally complete food. I'm just kind of guessing. They sound like the type of thing that would be copper dominant. If you had a reference amount for a hair mineral analysis, would you stop supplementing that mineral? What do you mean? I mean, a hair mineral analysis can usually help you tell if you're taking too much of certain minerals. How do I get your special honey? What's it called? We'll have to figure out if we can make it for you guys. Bill Gates already doing the digital tattoo thing in West Africa very soon when the vax comes out. A lot of people will lose their homes this year. No, it's getting... people don't realize how bad it's going to be. And it's all being done intentionally by the government to make people dependent on the government to start the new world communism. I was hoping there were going to be a few years of... there was going to be a break for a few years, but... That's exactly why there's hyperinflation. Nothing's being added to the economy and money being given away. The more money the Fed Reserve issues, the more powerful they become. Is using an alarm clock bad since it just jolts you awake rather than gradually waking you up? I mean, if you gotta wake up, you gotta wake up. I don't know what kind of question that is. I mean, obviously it's better to sleep naturally to whatever time than using the alarm clock. Does a ketogenic diet actually lower your metabolism? A lot of ex-carnivores have been saying this lately. Yeah, well, a lot of ex-carnivores were eating feedlot meat that was full of estrogen that will tank your metabolism. People think metabolism has to do with the macronutrient ratio of the diet, but if there's people that eat keto and there's people that eat high carb and there's skinny versions of both people, it's obviously not the macronutrients. Go on vacation in Antarctica. I bet they don't have much Wi-Fi over there. Yeah, there's probably not much to do over there either. How important is a mind-muscle connection when working out? I mean, the only real important, it depends on what your workout goals are. If you want to be a bodybuilder, it's usually the most important thing. Can walnuts heal the brain? You've been watching too many vegan videos? Can injecting synthol in the bottom of your feet make you taller? I don't think that's gonna work, buddy. Hyperinflation is responsible for cheaper food as well. Processed food, push for veganism. Have to make things cheaper. Grains and soy are cheap. That is a good point. People aren't going to be buying meat. I bet you the carnivore diet's going to make a big return on the Joe Rogan podcast because people are going to stop eating meat again because they can't afford it. I mean, all the supermarkets every time I go are packed full of meat right now. It's like almost like people aren't buying food anymore. Like they bought like 3 months worth of food. In China, they do a leg surgery to make you taller, but it's supposedly very painful. I mean, risking being in a wheelchair the rest of your life or being 2 inches taller doesn't seem like it's worth it. Why don't you buy your honey from a honey farm? I'm working on sourcing that right now. Snails taste really sweet and slimy. Ugh. I don't do slimy. Walnuts are shaped like brains, therefore they heal brains. Is that something a vegan doctor has said? What's the best meat if it's grain-fed? That's pretty much all I've got available. I mean, it depends on what's available. Kids will go back to school and get blasted with 5 grams while also wearing a mask. Double whammy. I mean, they might wait until next year to send kids back to school. I don't know what the hell they're doing. It seems like they're trying to keep this. It's ridiculous. Every day for the past 6 months, they've been saying, "Oh, the cases are an all-time high. The pandemic continues." I don't know how long they're gonna keep this going for. It's just like it's never ending. It's just a never. It's like never ending. Keeps going on and on and on and on. Do you think there will be a way to fly to a country without getting vaxxed or unlikely? Well, I mean, people have been telling me that if they force vaccinations for travel, then there's going to be too many people against it and some type of revolution. Walnuts taste like soap to me. That is kind of true. That's probably because they're processed with some type of solvent. If they wait till next year, you know they're getting radiated. Yep. Kids in my school district aren't getting sent back. It's online. Yeah, now though they're using they're still getting radiated in their homes with new 5G routers and stuff. Would a proper running routine use the same principles from your bodybuilding routine? I mean, running's really different. Yeah, it would be the same principles. You'd be training every day as frequently as possible with whatever your goals are. But again, if you're doing a running routine, you have to understand, if you want to be at a competitive level in any sport, they're using performance-enhancing drugs. There's it's only getting worse. Do you have other interests than fitness and nutrition, world events, and globalism? Yeah, but that's all there is to talk about right now. And honestly, it doesn't even seem like, with David Lade going vegan, the one thing that scares me is that if David Lade is going vegan, does that mean it's over for fitness? Does that mean fitness YouTube is over? If these fitness YouTubers start doing non-fitness shit, then we know we're fucked. Fitness is never going to be back. They already forced us to get tested if you want to fly to another country. And what if you say no, you just can't go? I mean, the economy is going to be fucked. I think there's a large percentage, 10, 20% of people that don't want to participate in the bullshit. This is the flu that never ends, even though you know it's all pretend. Well, no, if it never ends, then the government will continually... Fitness tube has been over. In some capacity, maybe, but... they're just going to continue to use the virus to enact more government policies. I think doing in-home workout videos may be the new trend because soon enough all gyms will be closed. I mean, I think, yeah, all gyms are going to go out of business. Especially in New York. You should do a series calling out fake natties in the fitness industry. I mean, I don't know about a series, but I mean, they're all fucking fake. Basically, if you didn't take a drug test, you're lying. The amount of time, money, and effort that goes into fitness and working out and weightlifting compared to just getting one drug test to prove you're natural is comical. It's fucking comical. There's no excuse for people not to have gotten a drug test during their weightlifting unless they were unaware. But if they're an influencer and they're on YouTube and they're making... The first thing I fucking did when I started lifting weights, I got a drug test for steroids. Because I know I have a fitness channel. I know I'm an influencer. I know the first thing people are going to fucking say to discredit me is that I'm not natural. But no... All this fake natty bullshit on YouTube, it's a bunch of people jerking each other off, and you know they're all full of shit, and they all say, oh, I'll come get a drug test right now. I'll come get a drug test, and it never fucking happens. But all you got to do to get a drug test is pay $200, drive 15 minutes, and piss in a cup. You tell me you got 100,000, 2, 3, 400, a million followers on YouTube, and you can't do that? You're full of fucking shit. None of them are natural. Fitness was over ages ago. Look at Cringe Shark with their NPC athletes. I mean, I don't know. I think the fitness vlogs and the gym stuff people are still doing. I'm definitely late to the party, though. I mean, it's still better than the... I mean, it's hard. You could kind of say that about YouTube in general. I mean, usually you can call up the farmers, but I don't recommend a meat share as farmers tend to rip people off. I already did a video on Greg Doucette and he didn't respond, so I'm not doing another video on him. If I make a video on someone and they're aware of the video and they don't make a response video to my video, I'm not going to make a second video on them. Doesn't matter how long ago it was. I think it was 3, 4, 5 months ago. I'm not doing another video on him. Simeon Panda passed the drug test. Well, I mean, that's the thing. It's one thing if you get consistently drug tested for years and years and years throughout your period of training, but if you claim you're a natural for 10 years, don't get one drug test, and then you pass one drug test at the end of that 10 years, like, it doesn't fucking matter. You're just a fucking liar. Like, okay, where were all your drug tests when you were benching 400 pounds? Like, no, you don't have them because you're a liar. Fitness is dead. They're all vloggers now. Well, they do like fitness vlogs, right? It's regardless of whether fitness is dead or not, it's still probably better than what I'm doing now. At least I had some fitness stuff. There's only chances they're making another account focused around fitness. I mean, if you're censored on YouTube, if you make another YouTube channel, they're just going to censor you. That's what they did. I made this channel and they're still censoring me. So what do you guys mean? Make another YouTube channel? Am I going to get fucking plastic surgery and change my name? And change my voice or some shit? If a virus is not transmissible and people get sick from radiation, how come some people in poor countries get sick? They're not. The poor country numbers are faked. No one's getting sick in poor countries. They might get a few people in a hospital and radiate them in the hospital and say, oh, they died of COVID, but no one's dying in these other countries. There's no Wi-Fi infrastructure, so people aren't getting sick in the other countries. Go transgender and make a new channel? Yeah, that's probably the only way it would work, right? Not gonna fucking happen. Olympic athletes get tested regularly. It depends on what you're testing for. If you're testing for like full steroid panel, testosterone levels, and TSH and shit, you're never gonna fucking pass that. Olympic athlete, if they tested the right metrics, not Olympic athletes, if they're just testing for presence of anabolic steroids in the urine, they might pass it. But if they check their testosterone levels, their growth hormone levels, their TSH, FSH, there's no way they're gonna fucking pass it. Then they could even do like red blood cell count for EPO and shit. They'll never pass it. How do people eat industrial meat and still feel good? TRT? Yeah, they're either liars or they're taking TRT. Because every time I've eaten grain-fed steak, I feel like dog shit and have to take a nap afterwards. It's like every single time I've eaten it. Shit. They have radiators on top of the hospitals in UK pointed at rooms. What do you mean radiators? You mean like Wi-Fi devices? Third world governments is what first world governments look up to. What is TRT? Testosterone replacement therapy. Basically steroids. TRT is basically legal steroids. You go to a doctor, he says, all right, your testosterone's low for your age, so here's some fake testosterone. But all these people take TRT, and then they eat the feedlot meat, which is poisoning themselves, and it's still not good, but the TRT is making up for a lot of the downsides of their diet. What's worse, raw vegan or fruitarian? Aren't those kind of the same thing? I mean, the only vegan foods that you can kind of eat raw that are high calorie are fruitarian, pretty much. The virus nonsense has created a perfect non-testing period for a solid block of steroid use. Time to get it out of the system before testing restarts. For what, every professional sport? Can you do an interview with someone you consulted and healed themselves? I mean, I've helped a lot of people, but I've never really been interested in asking someone something like that. It's a little personal and unprofessional. I mean, a tablespoon of salmon roe per day should be plenty. What if they ate the best diet and then took the TRT? Does that create the Hulk? I mean, I'd be curious if, a bodybuilder with good genetics took steroids and ate a high quality diet. Would you rather eat beans or grapes for the rest of your life? I think grapes. What do you think of ancient civilizations and naturalist building methods and farming practices? I mean, who knows how much stuff is made up or not at this point. Severe cystic acne on back. You can probably do an antimicrobial protocol for a week or two, and that'll clear things up. White potatoes are a good source of carbs. Yeah, it's okay. Is pasteurized pork fat a good source of fat? Sometimes it's too high in vitamin A. I mean, I didn't want to start the bodybuilding stuff in the first place. I didn't want to even get this muscular, let alone take steroids and get more muscular. Facts. History has been rewritten. What is real? No, after seeing this Toyota Corolla nonsense pan out, I don't believe any of history at all whatsoever. Because history is basically what someone else told you. So I don't believe any of it's true. I don't believe anything that happened in the past. If they can hide information this much and fake the narrative about what's going on, who knows what's the truth? Can you do a video on ancient grains other than just einkorn? Probably, but I'd have to do research on it, and I'd probably just be repeating information from some document I found. Heritage breed pork, good quality. It doesn't mean anything. Heritage breed pork means you have a certain breed of pig. You could feed them whatever you want. A1, A2 raw milk is, I did a video on dairy that goes in depth on that. Your bodybuilding results are a full roll of duct tape wrapped around a vegan's mouth forever. Yeah, they're going to ignore it, though. Now that I look better than every fucking vegan that ever lifted weights in their life. I mean, if your muscles get bigger, they'll get stronger too, but it's more about size. World War II is lied about more than anything. Yeah, I was watching a document yesterday about how the German cities were completely destroyed for no reason. The day after you mentioned that pigs eat everything, I googled it that night and saw that they've eaten people and their own babies. What the heck? No, why do you think calling someone a pig is an insult? Pigs will eat anything. That's part of why calling someone a pig is an insult. It means like you'll go after anything. Is boron bullshit? I mean, sometimes people are deficient in boron, but usually temporary. You might notice a difference. Quality pork is one of the hardest animals to... I mean, we sell Iberico pork on Frankie's Free Range Meat. That's the only quality stuff. How does a consultation typically go? Usually, I get an idea of their medical history and what they're coming to me for, and then we go over lifestyle factors, including diet, and just make adjustments and start with a baseline and see how things go. Do you like chicken? I like game birds like quail and stuff, not really chicken. Raw milk diet to heal autoimmune issues? Not a good idea. I've never eaten pork in my life. What does pork taste like? I mean, pork has its own flavor. So you believe society has always been controlled and manipulated? Yeah. What is this? Just ask me anything live stream. How come the Finlandia butter tastes so much better than raw grass-fed butter from the farm? It's a more consistent product. Sometimes you'll get raw butter from the farm that tastes really good. What's the most awkward or weird moment you've had in a consultation? Oh, I can't say that. Does fructose spike blood sugar as much as glucose does? No, no, but it's not good for you. Like, you're better off consuming glucose than fructose. I don't know why people are so worried about spiking blood sugar. Like, it's your body. Your body's doing something to digest the carbohydrates. Homo milk. That was one funny part. That probably wasn't the most awkward one though. I had a consultation with this girl once, and I was talking about milk and like obtaining raw dairy for her, and she's like, "In Canada we have homo milk," and she said it's Frankie's milk. Like, she called me a homo, and I pretty much just ended the consultation there. But that wasn't the most awkward one. If American fries equal British chips, what does American chips equal? Potato chips, Britain calls them crisps, I believe. Do you believe in religions? Religions are basically a form of control for people. What makes fructose worse than glucose? It has to be processed by the liver, and your cells can't use it until it's turned into glucose. Gut bacteria can consume it, so I'm assuming it would cause large amounts of fructose would cause dysbiosis and just damage the liver. Dude, why do you keep asking me the same question about ejaculating if you have a zinc deficiency? I don't necessarily know if sperm is high in zinc or it's high in zinc and copper. I haven't really looked into that. You think the Netherlands having the biggest average height has something to do with their high consumption of dairy? And it's a very high quality dairy, yes. I was going to do a video on that titled, like, why are the Dutch so tall? And it has to do with their dairy consumption. Any strange dreams, intuition with long hair? The one that really sticks out is I had a dream that the 20-year carnivores, what the fuck is their name? The Andersons, Joe and Charlene Anderson. I had a dream that the 20-year carnivores were shills, and the next day someone emailed me with proof that they were shills. I did a video on that. You can check it out. Is borax safe to wash your clothes? I don't really know. I haven't looked into natural detergents because when I'm with my grandma or with my parents, either of them literally just follow me around, and the second I put a clothing article down, they go wash it. They're kind of crazy. Like, if I leave a t-shirt on in my room for 10 minutes, I'll come back, it'll be gone in the washing machine. Could you do days of eating that emulate different indigenous people? I've been wanting to do that for a really long time, but I just haven't. My stomach hasn't been right. If I can fix my stomach and eat some dairy, that's fine. Raw milk fast for 9 days, see some great health benefits. Yeah, that's a good way to get like vitamin A toxicity and hypercalcemia, but okay. This stream is basically a person asking a question and Frank referring the videos. Oh, about 1,000 videos now. Eating 1.5 pounds of salmon with lemon butter sauce sounds good. Of the people watching, how many aren't subscribed? I mean, I'm not worried about that anymore because YouTube just unsubscribes people from my channel. And I'm so heavily censored. Yeah, Frankie stretched those 17-inch pythons. People were giving me shit on my video that the fucking tape measure wasn't straight. I'm gonna have to fucking redo it. You guys think I would fucking... You guys think you guys think I could slip that shit by you guys? I'll put that tape measure on straight all fucking day, you pussy boys. And show you the 17-inch straight tape measure pythons. Fucking assholes. Do any indigenous tribes smoke tobacco and stay healthy and live long? Well, yeah, I mean, there's no other oxidative stress in the lifestyle, and they're smoking natural tobacco leaves. Just finished 3 blocks of cheese at once. Better get used to that tofu city, folks. Yeah, right. Escape from New York, escape from LA. Frank, this is the most important question. What questions do you want asked? I don't know. I've been doing these live streams for like 2 years and you guys enjoy them. It wasn't straight. They'll have someone else measure your arms for you, dude. I don't. What am I fucking proving to you guys anymore? I literally put a fucking tape measure on my arm and I measured my arms, and you're telling me I didn't fucking do it right. Main cause of high aluminum, deodorant, and aluminum foil cooking. Favorite types of cheeses? The really runny, soft sheep cheeses and stuff. If you don't recommend buying meat by the share, are you insinuating it's better in cuts? I just want to go to a farmer near me and grow a connection. Yeah, I mean, Google farms near you and see if there's any Amish farmers that ship meat online. How long have we been going? I got so much stuff to do tonight. We've been going almost an hour. So we'll wrap this up in like 5 minutes. We'll wrap this up in 5 minutes, and then I gotta go film some videos and edit some videos tonight. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Overall, I'm not too optimistic about what's gonna happen with this new world order bullshit. If they're gonna start staging some really, really crazy shit, and who knows? It could go either way. I don't really know what's gonna happen. I don't know if they're gonna try to make things appear as they're back to normal. I don't know if they're gonna start throwing people in FEMA camps. There's definitely two drastically different scenarios that could happen. If Gruyere has AOP written on it, does that mean it's raw? It means it was made from raw milk as well as a couple of other things. I mean, Gruyere has AOP on it. It means it was made raw. It was raw with raw milk with animal rennet. It means it was made from cows grazing on certain pastures on certain parts of in certain parts of Switzerland. Something's definitely going to happen come election time. I don't think so, because the election is just staged bullshit too. The election is fake shit, and if they're using the virus to usher in the new world order global system, it's not going. The virus is. People are saying the coronavirus is going to go away when the election comes, but that's not going to. I don't think that's going to happen. Frank, will you straighten your hair? My hair would look kind of weird straightened, wouldn't it? Researching cold processed protein powder. You mean like raw whey protein powder? I've looked in. I think the machinery is too expensive for me to do that, and I don't know how I would do that. Seems like one company has a monopoly on the raw whey powder. To diet high in omega-3s and PUFAs cause lipofuscin. You're not supposed to eat a ton of omega-3. Like you only need a certain amount of omega-3 every day. You're not like certain indigenous people like Alaskans adapted to consume high amounts of omega-3. Last time I asked you were to Last time I asked you were see your way of eating. What the dude? Do you know fucking English? You said lean meat and fruit, but now you say fructose isn't good. No, fructose isn't good, but like eating fruit, that's what you have. You have to get some fructose. There's a difference between having like high fructose corn syrup in a processed food and having a couple apples or a couple bananas. Those are two very different things. Fructose is a necessary part of most foods, but you want to be getting glucose with it at least. Do you think me getting a dehydrator is worth making whey? You can't make whey protein powder in a dehydrator. You can make some beef jerky in it. Protein is made with different machinery. I ate bad processed foods the last few weeks. Should I avoid the sun? Not necessarily. Do you think Biden has dementia? They're all a bunch of fucking actors, and voting doesn't matter. It's fake bullshit. Like everything is structured to make people think they have a choice. They don't have a choice. You're stuck in your home like a fucking rat. Not to be negative, but that's the truth. I'm dumb. I didn't even realize there was grass-fed whey protein. I have protein powder right now that tastes toxic. Yeah, the conventional foods tend to taste toxic compared to the quality stuff. Best lean cut of beef for weight loss? I mean, there's a lot. Flatirons are pretty affordable, cheap cut. They're all CGI holograms on a pixelated obelisk, probably. So, guys, a few more minutes, guys, and I'll see you guys for tomorrow's video. I just want to try to get to bed reasonably early. How big were your arms before YouTube when you were in the gym lifting when it wasn't popular? I measured my arms at 17.5 inches, but they were definitely a bit bigger than now. I don't think I can really get that much bigger as a natural, but I don't really want to. It's kind of a waste of fucking time. Do you plan on selling other organs such as pancreas? We're trying to get it. Is farmed shrimp okay? No. It's probably not as bad as other farmed foods. George Carlin said, if you vote, you're the problem. Yeah, right. Hey, Deluxe, I saw you. I gotta work on it. Can you do a back double bicep so we can see your V-taper? I don't really have that great of a V-taper. My waist is kind of wide, and I have narrow shoulders. I look kind of good, like standing up relaxed. Mandatory stay at home and masks and COVID surging in California. Hasn't it always been mandatory stay at home for the past 7 months? 6 months? That's I think the thing about natural bodybuilding is after you've lifted weights for about 3 or 4 or 5 years, there's really not much more progress to be made. And then, you've been natural bodybuilding for that much period of time, then like, what do you got to lift weights an hour a day for the rest of your life to maintain it? I mean, I'm doing it to try to see how the fitness YouTube stuff goes, but we'll see. Saw 30 towers being put up on a 10-mile stretch on the highway, yeah. Like physique poses make sense. Yeah, I look better with the physique poses. Shit, it really has been 6 months? Yep, it's been 6 months and everyone's been locked in their homes and no one cares. Do you wear a mask when you go out? You can't go anywhere without wearing a mask. They don't let you in the stores. It's getting worse and worse and worse. I told you guys last live stream. At this point, when anyone talks to me about the virus, I tell them, it's fucking fake. You're getting radiated, cooked like a fucking chicken. And I just walk away. Can I make sourdough bread with einkorn? I did a couple sourdough videos. Maybe we could do a new sourdough video soon. I did sourdough baking videos a couple years ago. There's a 5G tower in the elementary school I went to and the middle school I almost went to. Really? Take a picture. Leave the city. Yeah, right. So I'm going to go tonight, guys. I'll go film my videos. But thanks for joining me. We'll do another live stream on Saturday, or Sunday, that is. And you guys enjoy the rest of your night.